All right, guys, Michael here to give you the latest on what's going on out there in the weather community. We had that winter storm, that snowstorm that just moved on past the south that you see on your screen. That's gone, and it's a one and done, a storm to remember right there. But yes, believe it or not, we have more information to talk about that is on the table. Yes, we'll get into the details right now in this video. My name is Michael. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this video and let me know all of your thoughts. Hope you send some pictures of that snow if you do live in areas of Georgia and some portions of the Carolinas, even areas of northern Florida that got snow. I would love to see your thoughts and your pictures out there. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're moving this model on out right here from the GFS. That's our storm system. We're going to move that out, and we have a lot to talk about. I know you see it on your screen. We're a few days out from this. What is this? About 6 days away, give or take. And we have a big winter storm, and we're not just going to focus on the south here. We're going to actually bump this up to the level of, the whole entire lower 48, just to give you an idea of what's going on here. And some of the precipitation could change. This whole system could change. I just want everybody to know that. Because we don't know there's a potential for this storm. But cold air is diving down, and I want you to pay attention to that as we're in this video right now. Cold air is a part of the discussion here. No doubt about it. Polar vortex, bringing that cold air down to areas of the south, and then there's going to be precipitation that meets that cold air. The question is, where will that cold air meet? So we move the models on down. This is the GFS model, and look, let's see where this starts off at. We have snow breaking out in portions of the country on the western side. And we're moving on out. Areas of Texas getting that wintry mix, nasty ice. Areas of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee, and it moves across. And it's just snow for a lot of areas stretching across. So this is not a system that's moving. This is a system that's staying in a very specific position, and it's moving down. Look how far the cold air goes down, and then it's sort of trying to break up there with the GFS model, as you can see. Now, European model, what does the European model show? And this is why this is quite concerning. And we had a bit of a tick there, didn't we? A delay. This is the latest that storm system moves on out. We continue to move this model, and then the Euro. What do we see 6 days from now? The Euro, the same thing. But there's more ice with the Euro, and the Euro is not extending out that much more. But we see ice extend out. Areas of Oklahoma, Texas, same states, basically, seems to be a bit more aggressive, though, with the model guidance. And we'll just do the Canadian model for just the fun of it, just to show you what's going on. And I think it's going to take you to that area right there, too. Canadian model, not aggressive as it, but look, you still see the signal. It's all there. So what does this mean for us? I know we just had a winter storm. We just had one that exited out a few hours ago. Some areas still affected by it in the north of New England right now. What does that mean for us? We're in the range where we're still trying to figure out the models, but the fact that all of these models line up together 7 days is really a very interesting thing to see. We just had a snowstorm exit out for areas of the South. And this really seems like, I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. And as of course, these models could change, but this is really the South's time to shine. It really is. It's showing its progression. We saw that with Northern Florida today. We saw areas of, I think, of Macon that pulled some of that snow up right there. And if we can just get this GFS model to load real quick. But we saw areas of Macon. Macon saw the snow about 3 inches, I think, in that area. They had to issue that sort of circled area where they had the significant of snow performing. Um, we saw snow perform. It reached areas of, I think, Augusta, um, Pretty sure it was Augusta. It was Augusta, indeed. It reached areas of Augusta, areas of Aiken, South Carolina, Lincolnton, Barnwell, Allendale. I'm pretty sure those areas got it. So let's look at this GFS model. Now, this is what I want everybody to look at, and if we can just pull this out, I just want to draw a great description to you guys. Just, a great analyzation of what is going on here. All right. All right, look at areas of the South here. I mean, the Atlantic, the snow is extending out to an extent, very significantly how it extends out. But this long line of precipitation, you're going to be like, oh no, looks like I'm getting snow here in the Carolinas. Looks like I'm getting snow here in Texas. Oh, it's going to be all ice. We're still trying to figure this out. We are still trying to figure out the snow system, and a lot can change. Remember this, we're getting close to this event, but you got to understand that these models change. We saw it with this snowstorm that affected areas of Georgia right there. It changed a lot, showing snow for areas, and then the models not picking up on those. And then eventually they picked back up on some of those areas again. Some people got it, some people didn't. Charlotte, I don't think got really anything. Augusta got some accumulations. Macon for sure got accumulations. Some people were surprised. Some people were satisfied. Some people were disappointed. And if you love winter weather, some people did get satisfied in the areas of North Florida, but some areas did not. So really, it was just a lot of mixed emotions going on here. So what do we have here? Let's basically explain and draw this out, because I want to really show you what is really happening here. So we have the cold air diving down. It's not sort of diving down like this, really. Arrow pointed down right here, cold air diving down. Now you have precipitation that's moving across the board, so it's going to be across that right here. Not moving, but sort of. It's just going to sit there. So there's going to be a whole bunch of moisture that's right here. When that cold air, of course, meets with that precipitation, that brings us winter weather. So is it possible that we could see snow in areas of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and the Carolinas? Because I know that's what people are wondering for the South, because we have another winter storm that is on our doorstep here. Yes, absolutely, it is possible. Areas of this nature could get snow. Some of the same areas that just saw snow can get. As you can see there with the GFS model, it sort of moves on down into areas of the South, Atlanta, sort of Macon, and that. But we cannot focus on the precipitation just yet. We cannot focus on it just yet. But we're going to get to that point eventually. We can't, like I said, not yet, but it's definitely something to be on the lookout for. So if you live in the South, if you live anywhere along this line, just really make sure you're looking at your, not sort of speak, well, make sure you look at your forecast, you're monitoring the weather, of course, but those forecasts could change, but don't get emotional, because we saw that with the forecast changing left and right with this forecast, and some people got happy, some people got mad, some people got delivered with the snow that they were looking for. And this is winter storm severity from the National Weather Service that you see here. And I know you're looking at this graph and you're wondering what's going on here. You see the green section. This is basically, I think, the winter storm that we're going to be looking at. But this is not your snowstorm. This is a full-blown winter storm. So I'm not sure if we had a name of the last one that we just had earlier today, but we're going to probably most definitely get a name out of this one, to be completely honest with you. So this severity right here, wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't say if it shifts. It could shift down here. It could potentially just go on a broader area, probably that whole section. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. And I mean, it's getting crazy out there. There's a lot to unpack, a lot to unfold, and we're going to have to see. So the area circle, make sure you're on the lookout, because winter, like I said, it's just getting started. I'll see you guys on the next video.